Be me. 23 years old, working for a moving company called Two Guys in a Truck. Except we only have one truck and 3 guys total on staff. The company name is a complete lie, but the pay is decent enough, and I desperately need money for rent and student loans. Mostly do residential moves, helping people relocate apartments and houses, loading trucks, carrying heavy shit upstairs. Nothing exciting or glamorous. My back hurts constantly, and I smell like cardboard and sweat most days. One Thursday afternoon, my boss calls me while I'm eating lunch in my car. Got a special job for you tomorrow. Solo gig, just moving some furniture around inside a house. No truck needed. Why solo? We usually do teams. Client specifically requested one person. Said it's a small job, but they're paying double our normal hourly rate. Double rate for moving furniture around a house seems weird, but money is money, and I'm not going to question it. What's the address? He gives me an address in the richest part of town, like where celebrities and tech executives and old money families live. Houses there start at $3 million. Minimum, probably go up to $20 million for the really nice ones. Drive up Saturday morning in the company truck that smells like old furniture and broken dreams. The neighborhood has actual security gates with a guard booth, not just a code box. Security guard checks my ID thoroughly, calls someone to verify. You're here for the Wellington residence? Yeah. Moving job, furniture rearrangement. He checks his list carefully, waves me through after a full minute of scrutiny. Wellington residence turns out to be a massive modern mansion, all glass and white walls and geometric shapes. Looks like something out of an architecture magazine, probably was in an architecture magazine. There's a fountain in the front yard with actual marble statues, 3-car garage with the doors open, showing a Porsche, Tesla, and Range Rover. I'm driving a beat-up moving truck that smells like old furniture and regret. Park in the massive circular driveway, grab my tools and equipment. Ring the doorbell. It plays an actual melody instead of a normal ding-dong, sounds like classical music. Door opens and I nearly drop my entire toolbox on the ground. The girl standing there is absolutely stunning. Maybe 22 or 23. Long dark hair, perfect skin. Add to wearing expensive-looking yoga pants and a designer hoodie that probably costs more than my rent. You're from the moving company? Trying to remember how to speak like a normal human. Yeah, I'm here to move furniture. Perfect, come in. I'm Victoria. She doesn't shake hands or introduce herself formally, just turns and walks into the house, expecting me to follow. Follow her inside. The entryway has cathedral ceilings and a chandelier that probably costs more than my car. Everything is white and modern and expensive looking. My parents are in Europe for 3 weeks on business. I'm redecorating my room and need help moving heavy stuff around. No problem, I can handle that. What needs moving? She leads me upstairs. The staircase is white marble with an ornate metal railing. There's art on the walls that looks like it belongs in a museum. Her room is on the 2nd floor, and it's the size of my entire apartment, possibly bigger. King-size bed, with an elaborate headboard, massive flat-screen TV mounted on the wall, walk-in closet the size of a bedroom. Sitting area with a couch and chairs, attached bathroom that looks like a luxury spa. I want the bed moved to that wall over there. The dresser needs to go over there by the window, and this bookshelf needs to go downstairs to the library. Got it. Shouldn't take too long if everything goes smoothly. Start moving furniture. It's all heavy, expensive stuff, solid wood, quality construction. The bed frame alone probably weighs 200 pounds, solid hardwood with intricate carvings. Victoria sits on her couch, scrolling through her phone while I work. I is occasionally glancing up, not helping at all, just watching and supervising. Do you need water or anything? It's pretty warm today. I'm good for now, thanks. Let me know if you do. The kitchen is downstairs. Help yourself to whatever. Move the bed to the new wall. It takes like 20 minutes of careful maneuvering to avoid scratching the floors. These hardwood floors are probably worth more than everything I own. Start on the dresser. This thing is massive and ornate. Careful with that. It's an antique from France. My mom will absolutely kill me if it gets even slightly scratched. I'll be extremely careful, I promise. Slowly move the dresser across the room, using furniture sliders to protect the hardwood floors. Victoria gets up and leaves the room, comes back 5 minutes later with a bottle of expensive-looking water. Here, you look like you're dying from the heat. Thanks, appreciate it. The water is some fancy brand I've never heard of, probably costs like $5 a bottle. She sits back down on her couch, still watching me work. So, do you do this full-time or is it temporary? Yeah, I've been with the company for about 2 years now, pays the bills. Is the money good? It's okay, not great, but enough to survive in the city. Do you actually like doing it? Weird question, but whatever. Rich people ask weird questions. It's fine. Good workout. I meet interesting people sometimes. Could be worse. What do you actually want to do, though? Like long term? Even weirder question, nobody asks furniture movers about their dreams. I'm taking online classes for graphic design at night. Moving furniture is just temporary until I can build a client base. That's really cool. Creative stuff is important. What kind of design? Mostly logo design and branding right now, still learning. I took an art class in college, was absolutely terrible at it, but I really enjoyed the process. Finish the dresser placement, start working on the bookshelf. This one's going to the library downstairs? Yeah, second door on the left when you get down there. Carefully carry the bookshelf down the marble stairs. It's awkward and heavy but manageable. The library is exactly what you'd expect in a house like this. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves filled with leather-bound books, leather chairs, a massive desk that looks like it belongs in the Oval Office. Place the bookshelf where there's an obvious empty space on the wall. Head back upstairs. There, Victoria's standing in the doorway of her room. All done with the big stuff? Yeah. Is there anything else you need moved around? She looks around her room thoughtfully. Actually, yeah, can you help me rearrange the sitting area? I want to try a different layout. Spend another 30 minutes moving her couch, chairs, side tables, and coffee table around until she's completely satisfied with the arrangement. Perfect. That looks so much better now. The energy flow is way more balanced. Glad I could help with that. How much do I owe you for all this? Pull out the invoice my boss prepared. It's $300 for 3 hours of work at double rate. $300 should cover everything. She doesn't even blink or hesitate, just pulls out her phone immediately. Venmo okay? I don't really carry cash. Yeah, Venmo works perfectly fine. She sends $500 without asking. I sent a little extra. You did a really great job and were super professional and careful with all my stuff. You really didn't have to do that. $300 was the quote. I wanted to. You were careful and respectful and didn't break anything. Pack up my tools and equipment, getting ready to leave. Thanks again for all the help today. Really appreciate it. No problem at all. If you need anything else moved in the future, just call the company and request me specifically. Walking toward the front door when she says, actually, wait a second. Turn around, wondering if I forgot something. I might have more stuff to move next weekend if you're available. Would you be free? Probably, yeah. Just call the company and request me by name. They'll put it on the schedule. Okay, cool. I'll definitely do that. Thanks again. Leave feeling like that was legitimately the easiest $500 I've ever made in my entire life. Tell my roommate about it when I get home that evening. Dude, some insanely rich girl just paid me $500 to move furniture around her room for 3 hours. That's absolutely insane. Was she hot? Extremely hot, like model level attractive. But way out of my league, probably has a boyfriend who's a lawyer or investment banker or some shit. Still, that's really easy money for basically nothing. Facts, I'm not complaining at all. Next Friday, my boss calls again, around noon. Victoria Wellington requested you again for tomorrow morning. Another furniture moving job at the same address. Yeah, she mentioned she might need more help. Same rate as last time, double hourly. You good with that? Absolutely, I'll be there. Show up Saturday morning. Same routine with the security guard who recognizes me this time. Victoria answers the door, wearing a sundress this time instead of yoga pants, still looking effortlessly beautiful and put together. Hey, thanks so much for coming back. No problem, happy to help. What needs moving today? I'm redoing the guest room, want to make it more modern and less stuffy. Follow her to a different room on the second floor, also massive and expensively furnished. Same basic thing, just need furniture rearranged and some stuff moved down to storage in the basement. Start working while she sits in a chair and watches again, becoming a pattern. So how are your online classes going? You mentioned graphic design last time. Pretty good, actually. Just finished a major project on logo design for local businesses. That sounds really interesting. What kind of logos were you designing? End up having an actual conversation about design principles and creativity while I work on moving her furniture. She's genuinely engaged and asking intelligent questions, not just making small talk. I took an art history class in college that I absolutely loved, learned about all these different movements and styles. Where'd you go to college? Brown University, graduated last year with a degree in economics that I'm currently doing absolutely nothing with. What are you doing now then? Nothing really productive? My parents want me to come work at my dad's investment banking company, but I'm not interested in that world at all. What does your dad actually do? Investment banking, mergers and acquisitions, corporate finance, super boring technical stuff that makes a lot of money. She's basically a trust fund kid living in a massive mansion, doing nothing with her expensive degree. Must be nice. Finished moving all the furniture after about 2 hours of steady work. You work really fast and efficiently. I try to be efficient with my time, respect the client's schedule. Do you want to stay for lunch? I was about to order some food anyway. This definitely feels like crossing a professional boundary. I should probably get going. Have other stuff to do today. Come on. I'm ordering Thai food from this amazing place, my treat. Oh, you just worked hard for 2 hours in the heat, against my better judgment. Sure, Thai food sounds really good, actually. She orders way too much food from some expensive Thai restaurant, like enough for 5 people easily. We eat in her massive gourmet kitchen sitting at the marble island that's bigger than my entire kitchen. This is legitimately really good Thai food. Right? There's this amazing place that delivers. I order from them like 3 times a week. They know my order by heart. End up talking about random stuff for over an hour, music taste, favorite movies, thoughts on life in the city. She's surprisingly easy and comfortable to talk to despite the obvious, massive wealth gap between us. Can I ask you something kind of personal? Sure, go ahead. Do you think I'm spoiled? I should be honest. That's a loaded question if I've ever heard one. I don't really know you well enough to make that judgment call. That's a very diplomatic and careful answer. I mean, you obviously grew up with money and privilege. That's just your reality. Doesn't necessarily make you spoiled as a person. My ex-boyfriend used to call me spoiled constantly, said I didn't understand real life or real problems. Ex-boyfriend, mentally noted for future reference. Sounds like he had his own issues to work through. He definitely did. We broke up like 3 months ago. He was really controlling and kind of an ass about everything. I'm sorry to hear that. Breakups suck. Don't be sorry. It was honestly the best decision I ever made. He was toxic and made me feel terrible about myself. Finished lunch together. Ayer's getting ready to pack up and leave again. She pays me the same amount as last time, $500 via Venmo. Same time next weekend? You have more furniture that needs moving? I'm sure I can find something that needs to be rearranged. This is clearly becoming a regular thing, apparently. Yeah, just have the company call me and I'll be here. Third weekend arrives, same basic routine and schedule. Except this time when I show up, she's in the pool in the backyard. Hey, come around to the back. Walk around to the backyard. There's an infinity pool overlooking the valley with an incredible view. Victoria's in a bikini, wet hair slicked back, looking like she stepped out of a magazine cover. Sorry, I completely lost track of time swimming. Give me like 5 minutes to change into clothes. Take your time. No rush at all. She gets out of the pool gracefully, wraps a towel around herself. Actually, there's honestly not that much furniture to move today. Want to swim for a bit? It's ridiculously hot today. I don't have swim trunks with me. I have like 5 pairs of board shorts from my younger brother. He's about your size. You can borrow a pair. This is definitely crossing professional boundaries into personal territory. I should probably just do the job and head out. Come on, live a little. The furniture can wait 30 minutes. You deserve a break. She's very persuasive, and the pool does look amazing. Okay, fine. Just 30 minutes, though. She brings me a pair of board shorts from inside. They fit almost perfectly. The pool is absolutely incredible, heated perfectly, with a waterfall feature and built-in speakers playing music. This pool setup is absolutely insane. I know, right? My dad went completely overboard when they built this place 5 years ago. We're swimming and talking. She's floating on her back, looking at the sky. Can I be completely honest with you about something? Sure, go ahead. I don't actually have that much furniture to move anymore. I've kind of been making up excuses to have you come back. I absolutely called that. Why would you do that? Because you're genuinely interesting to talk to, and I'm bored out of my mind, and everyone in my social circle is fake as hell. So you're basically paying me to hang out with you? Kind of, I guess. Is that really weird? It's definitely unusual and not a normal arrangement. I can stop if it makes you uncomfortable at all. I didn't say it makes me uncomfortable. Just pointing out it's not exactly standard. Nothing about my life is normal or standard. That's a fair and accurate point. We end up swimming for over an hour, talking about everything from childhood to dreams to fears. She tells me about growing up wealthy, attending private schools, having parents who are never actually around. They're genuinely good people, but they prioritize their work and business over everything else. I barely see them even when they're in the country. That honestly sounds really lonely. It is incredibly lonely. This house is beautiful, but it's empty and quiet most of the time, just me here. Starting to understand why she's paying a furniture mover to hang out and keep her company. What about friends your own age? I have friends technically, but they're all exactly like me. Rich kids with nothing meaningful to do, trust fund babies. It gets old and exhausting. After swimming for a while, we actually do move some furniture, a dresser from one room to another. Takes maybe 20 minutes of actual work. She pays me the same amount again, $500. Same time next week? Victoria, you know you don't actually have to pay me just to hang out with you, right? I know that, but this way, it's structured and official, and you're guaranteed to actually show up. Can't really argue with that logic. All right, next weekend then. This continues for 3 more consecutive weekends. Each time, there's progressively less actual furniture moving, more just hanging out together. Swimming in her pool, watching movies in her ridiculous home theater, talking about life and dreams. She's genuinely really cool and interesting when she's not trying to impress anyone or put on an act. My roommate thinks I'm absolutely insane. Dude, she's clearly into you romantically, this is obvious. She's just bored and lonely, I'm convenient and available. You're a complete idiot if you actually believe that. She's extremely rich. I literally move furniture for a living. We're from completely different worlds. That's movie bullshit. Just ask her out already. I'm literally being paid to be there. That makes it weird. Then stop taking her money. He has a valid point, but $500 a week is legitimately helping me save actual money. Weekend number 7, show up as usual at the scheduled time. Victoria answers the door looking genuinely upset, eyes a bit red. Hey, you okay? Not really. Can we just watch a movie or something mindless? Yeah, of course, whatever you need. We go to her home theater room. She picks some random comedy movie. Halfway through the movie, she starts crying quietly. What's wrong? What happened? My ex-boyfriend showed up here yesterday demanding to talk to me. It turned into a whole dramatic thing. What did he want from you? To get back together, obviously. Said he's changed and misses me. Same bullshit manipulation as always. What did you tell him? I told him to leave immediately and he refused, kept arguing. I had to literally call security to physically remove him from the property. That's actually really scary. I'm sorry. He's not actually dangerous, just really persistent and annoying and can't take no for an answer. She's leaning against me on the couch now, seeking comfort. This feels like a significant turning point in whatever this is. I'm really glad you have good security here. Me too, honestly, but it sucks that I even need it in the first place. The movie ends, but we're still sitting close together on the couch. Can I ask you something honest? Sure, anything. Why do you actually keep coming back here every week? You could easily tell the company you're not available. Honestly, because I genuinely enjoy spending time with you and talking. Even though I'm paying you to be here? The money's obviously nice, but that's not the real reason I keep coming back. She looks directly at me, eye contact. I really enjoy spending time with you too, obviously, or I wouldn't keep calling. There's a moment of tension hanging in the air between us. Victoria, I should probably leave now. Why though? Because this whole situation is getting really complicated. What if I actually want it to be complicated? Oh shit, here we go. I move furniture for a living. You live in a literal mansion. Your parents would probably absolutely hate me. My parents are never here anyway, and I genuinely don't care what they think about my personal life. Your ex-boyfriend sounds like he was from your world, and that clearly didn't work out well. Exactly. Which is precisely why I want to try something completely different. She's making really good logical points here. I don't want to be just another rich girl story for you to tell people. What do you mean? The rich girl who slummed it with the working class guy for fun and entertainment. I don't want to be that cliche story. She looks genuinely hurt by that. You really think that's what this is to me? I honestly don't know what this actually is. She stands up, looking upset. Maybe you should just leave then. Victoria, wait. No, seriously. If you genuinely think I'm that shallow and manipulative, then there's really no point in continuing this. I clearly screwed this up badly. I don't think you're shallow at all. I just don't understand why you'd actually be interested in someone like me. Because you're genuine and interesting, and you actually treat me like a normal human being instead of a walking credit card. She's actually yelling now, voice raised. Every single guy I've ever dated has either wanted access to my money or my family connections. You're literally the first person in years who talks to me like I'm just a regular person. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to imply anything negative about you. But you did imply it. That's the problem. Awkward, heavy silence fills the room. I should probably go. Yeah, probably best. Leave feeling like absolute complete shit about the whole situation. Spend the entire week obsessively thinking about the conversation and how I messed it up. She doesn't call the company for the next weekend, or the weekend after that one. My boss asks what happened with the regular client. I don't really know. She just stopped requesting me, I guess. That's too bad. She was good, steady money. Miss the money, obviously, but I miss actually hanging out with her way more. 2 weeks later, I'm at a coffee shop working on a design project for a client. Someone sits down directly across from me at my table. It's Victoria, looking determined. Hey, what are you doing here? I saw you through the window, figured we should probably actually talk about things. Close my laptop to give her full attention. I'm really sorry about what I said that night. It was stupid. I'm sorry for overreacting and yelling at you. You didn't overreact at all. I was being a complete dick and protecting myself. You were protecting yourself. I totally get that. It makes sense. We sit in awkward silence for a full minute. I really missed hanging out with you. I missed it too, a lot actually. Want to maybe start over? No money involved, no job arrangement, just two people hanging out as friends? I'd really like that a lot. Good. Are you free tonight by any chance? Yeah, I'm free. Can I pick you up at 7? You're going to pick me up? I can drive. I'm not completely helpless despite appearances. She shows up at exactly 7 p.m. in the Tesla, takes me to a completely normal restaurant, not some fancy, expensive place. I wanted to go somewhere regular and normal. This is absolutely perfect. We talk for hours like we used to, comfortable and easy. So, no more paying me to hang out? Correct. Now I'm just genuinely hoping you want to hang out because you actually like me as a person. I do like you, quite a bit actually. Good. Because I really, really like you. We're officially dating now, I guess. This is happening. My roommate is absolutely losing his mind when I tell him. You're actually dating the rich girl. Apparently, yes. This is absolutely insane. I'm very aware. Trust me. My face when I took a simple furniture moving job and ended up in the most unexpected relationship of my entire life. Be me. 6 months into dating Victoria, life is genuinely surreal when I stop and think about it. Still working at the moving company during the day, still taking design classes at night, but now I have a girlfriend who lives in an actual mansion. The contrast is absolutely wild. I'll go from moving someone's beat-up IKEA couch to having dinner in Victoria's home theater room. My roommate never lets me forget how completely weird and unexpected this entire situation is. Dude, your girlfriend literally has a pool that's bigger than our entire apartment. I'm very aware of that fact, thank you. And she has a wine cellar in her basement. Who even has a wine cellar? That's insane. Rich people, apparently. It's a thing they do. Victoria's been genuinely amazing about the massive wealth gap. Always insists on doing normal, regular couple stuff. I don't want to be the rich girlfriend who constantly flaunts her money around. That's gross and shallow. We go to regular chain restaurants, normal movie theaters, regular coffee shops like everyone else. She drives the Tesla but always parks it far away in the back so it doesn't attract attention or stares. I genuinely hate when people treat me completely different just because of the car I drive. Most normal people don't even know what a Tesla actually costs. Trust me, they definitely know, they can tell. Her rich friends still very obviously hate me, or at least look down on me constantly. We're at some party at someone else's massive mansion. Everyone's casually talking about their trust funds and investment portfolios. Some pretentious dude named Tristan corners me near the bar area. So you're Victoria's new thing? I'm her boyfriend, actually. Right. How long do you realistically think that's going to last? Excuse me? Come on, man, be realistic. You're literally a furniture mover. She's a Wellington. Just do the basic math here. Our relationship isn't a math problem to be solved. Everything in life is a math problem. You don't have the assets or connections to keep her interested long term. Really want to punch this condescending asshole, but that would just prove his stupid point. Victoria suddenly appears, grabs my hand firmly. We're leaving right now. I was just having a friendly chat with your boyfriend here. No, you were being a condescending ass like always. Let's go. In the car driving away, she's absolutely fuming. She knuckles white on the steering wheel. I genuinely hate Tristan. He's always been a complete piece of shit to everyone. I can handle people like that. I've dealt with worse. You shouldn't have to handle it at all. These people are genuinely awful human beings. They're supposedly your friends, though. They're absolutely not my friends. They're just people I've known forever who happen to run in the same social circles. There's a huge difference. I feel genuinely bad for her. She's completely isolated in her own wealthy world. Want to come hang out with my roommate and some friends? We're having people over for game night tonight. Really? You want me there? Yeah, normal regular people, cheap beer, probably ordering pizza, very low class and casual. She actually laughs at that, but it sounds absolutely perfect to me. Bring her to my tiny apartment. My roommate's eyes go comically wide when she walks through the door. Oh wow, this place is really cozy. Cozy is extremely generous. It's tiny and poorly furnished with secondhand stuff. Game night ends up being me, my roommate, and 3 other friends from the moving company. We play Mario Kart tournaments, drink cheap domestic beer, eat greasy pizza from the place down the street. Victoria is genuinely having the time of her life, laughing and smiling constantly. Oh, this is so much fun. I love this. It's literally just Mario Kart and pizza. Yeah, but everyone here is genuine and real. Nobody's trying to network or one-up each other constantly. She fits in absolutely perfectly, trash-talking during games, laughing at stupid jokes, being completely herself. Later that night, after everyone leaves, she tells me something important. I genuinely wish my entire life was more like this. Like what specifically? Simple, real, uncomplicated, authentic. You can absolutely have that life if you actually want it. Not really, though. I have family obligations and social expectations. What obligations exactly? My parents expect me to eventually work at the family company, marry someone from the right family, continue the Wellington legacy. And what do you actually want for yourself? I honestly don't know anymore. Something that feels authentic and meaningful. This conversation is getting really deep, really fast. A few weeks later, Victoria drops a massive bomb on me. My dad wants me to start working at his investment firm. When does he want you to start? Next month, some junior analyst position in the research department. Do you actually want to do it? Not really at all, but I can't say no to him forever. Why can't you say no? Because they've supported me financially my whole life, and I owe them something. You don't owe anyone a career path you don't actually want. That's really easy for you to say from your position. That comment stings, but she's probably right. I don't understand that kind of family pressure. Sorry, that was really bitchy of me. It's completely fine. You're stressed about the situation. I just wish they'd let me figure out what I actually want to do with my life. What do you actually want to do? I genuinely don't know. That's the real problem. I've never had to actively want anything. Well, it's all just been provided automatically. Existential crisis of the extremely wealthy. Never really thought about that perspective. She reluctantly starts working at her dad's firm, hates it immediately and intensely. It's literally all spreadsheets and endless meetings about other meetings. Can you just quit? Not without massively disappointing my entire family and probably getting cut off. She's genuinely miserable, coming over to my tiny apartment after work completely exhausted. I sat in a conference room for literally 4 hours today, discussing quarterly financial projections. That sounds absolutely awful. It was complete torture, and everyone keeps calling me Mr. Wellington's daughter instead of using my actual name. Nepotism is super fun like that. I hate this job so much I can barely function. 2 months into her new job, things between us are getting increasingly tense and strained. She's constantly stressed. We're fighting way more than normal. You don't understand the pressure I'm under right now. You're absolutely right, I don't, but I'm genuinely trying to be supportive. Being supportive would be understanding why I can't just quit. I do understand that. I'm just saying you don't seem happy at all. She storms out of my apartment angrily, slams the door. Don't hear from her for 3 full days, getting worried. Finally, she texts, "Can we please talk?" Meet at a neutral coffee shop. She looks absolutely terrible and exhausted. I'm really sorry for snapping at you like that. I'm sorry for not being more understanding about your situation. This job is literally killing me slowly. Then just quit, seriously. I can't just quit. Yes, you absolutely can. You're actively choosing not to. It's really not that simple. It literally is exactly that simple. You tell your dad you're unhappy and you leave. And then what? Just live off my trust fund forever doing nothing? Get a completely different job doing something you actually care about. Like what exactly? I don't know. That's something you need to figure out. That's part of being an adult. She's openly crying now in the middle of the coffee shop. You don't get it at all. My entire life has been meticulously planned out by other people. I don't even know how to just choose something for myself. Feel bad for pushing so hard, but she genuinely needs to hear this truth. Victoria, You're 23 years old. You have resources and opportunities most people only dream about. You can literally do anything you want. That's exactly the problem, though. Too many options and possibilities. I'm completely paralyzed by choice. Spend the next hour just talking through what she actually enjoys doing. I really like my art history classes in college. Those were fun. Okay, so what about pursuing something with art? I don't know. I'm definitely not talented enough to be an actual artist. You don't have to be the next Picasso. You could work at an art gallery or museum doing curation. Her eyes visibly light up at that suggestion. I never even thought about that as an actual option. Start there then. Do some research. See if it genuinely interests you. She quits her dad's investment firm exactly 2 weeks later. Her dad is absolutely pissed and calls me directly on my personal phone. Victoria told me she's quitting the firm. Yes, sir, that's correct. Did you actively encourage this decision? I encouraged her to pursue what actually makes her happy. She has family responsibilities and obligations. With all due respect, sir, she has her entire life ahead of her. She should spend it doing something genuinely fulfilling. That's easy to say when you're not the one disappointing your entire family. I'd personally rather disappoint my family than hate my entire life. He hangs up on me angrily. Victoria calls me immediately after, crying hard. My dad is absolutely furious with me right now. But how do you actually feel about your decision? Terrified, but also genuinely relieved. That's honestly a really good start. She spends the next month intensively researching various art world careers and opportunities. Eventually gets an unpaid internship at a prestigious gallery downtown. Doesn't need the money anyway. I absolutely love it. I'm actually excited to go to work every morning. That's genuinely amazing to hear. Thank you so much for pushing me to do this. You pushed yourself ultimately. I just supported the decision. Things between us are really good again. She's noticeably happy. We're happy together. Then her controlling ex-boyfriend, Trevor, shows up at the art gallery unannounced. She calls me in a complete panic. Trevor's here at the gallery. He absolutely won't leave. I'm coming right now. Stay inside. Drive to the gallery as fast as legally possible. Find Trevor arguing with Victoria in the parking lot. You need to leave immediately. Who the hell are you supposed to be? I'm her boyfriend. You need to go now. The furniture mover? Victoria? Are you actually serious right now? Yes, completely serious. Now please leave. He gets directly in my face aggressively. You genuinely think you're good enough for her? That's absolutely not your concern anymore. She's gonna get bored of you eventually and come back to me. Victoria physically steps between us. Trevor, I'm never ever getting back with you. You need to move on. You're making a huge mistake with this loser. The only mistake I made was dating you for 2 years. He finally leaves after more arguing. Victoria is visibly shaking. That was really scary. He's just an insecure asshole. He can't actually hurt you. He's been texting me constantly for weeks now. Why didn't you tell me about this? I thought he'd eventually get bored and stop. You need to block him completely, and if he shows up again, we're calling the police. She blocks him on everything. We file an official police report just in case. Her parents hear about the Trevor harassment situation through family gossip. Her mom calls my phone directly. Victoria told me about Trevor harassing her at work. Yeah, we filed a police report for documentation. Good, thank you for being there to protect her. Of course, that's what I'm here for. I know we haven't been very welcoming to you initially, but I can clearly see you genuinely care about my daughter. I do care about her very much. That's honestly all that really matters to me. At least her mom is slowly coming around to accepting me. Her dad is still cold and distant, but at least civil now. 8 months into dating seriously, Victoria suggests moving in together. My parents are selling this massive house, buying something smaller now that I'm moved out. Where are you planning to move? I was thinking maybe with you, actually. My apartment is legitimately tiny, though. So let's get a new place together, start fresh. This is a really big relationship step. Can you realistically afford half the rent on a nicer place with your gallery salary? Excellent and fair question. Probably not a place as nice as I'm currently used to. I don't need anything fancy or nice. I just need comfortable and functional. We start looking at apartments together around the city. Everything she naturally gravitates toward is completely out of my realistic budget. What about this one? It looks nice. That's $4,000 a month. I absolutely can't afford half of that. What if I paid slightly more than half? That's not fair to you at all. I have money literally sitting in bank accounts doing nothing. I genuinely want to use it. Struggle with this internally feels like accepting charity. I want to contribute completely equally. Then contribute exactly what you can afford, and I'll cover the difference. We're a team. Eventually agree to a really nice 2-bedroom apartment where I pay what I can realistically afford, and she covers the rest. It's significantly nicer than anywhere I've ever lived. But moving in together is definitely an adjustment period. She has an absolutely absurd amount of stuff, like genuinely ridiculous. How many pairs of shoes do you actually own? I don't know exactly. Maybe 60? 60 pairs of shoes is insane. Is that considered a lot? Yes, it absolutely is. But living together turns out to be genuinely great. We cook meals together. She's actively learning how to make normal food instead of always ordering expensive takeout. I've never made pasta from scratch before in my life. It's literally just boiling water and timing. I know, but it feels like a real accomplishment. She's adorable when she's trying to be domestic and normal. My friends come over one night for game night. She brings out expensive wine. This is from my dad's personal collection. She 1995 Bordeaux. My roommate whispers to me, "That bottle is probably worth more than my entire car." Probably, yeah, don't think about it too much. The wealth gap is still occasionally weird, but we're actively making it work. 1 full year into dating, her dad finally starts to warm up to me. "I misjudged you initially." "Sir? I genuinely thought you were using my daughter for money or connections. Clearly I was wrong. I care about her a lot, that's all. I can clearly see that now, and she's genuinely happy. That's what actually matters. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Call me Richard from now on." Significant progress, finally. Victoria gets promoted at the gallery. Actual real responsibilities now. I'm curating my first small exhibition next month. That's absolutely incredible. It's just a local emerging artist, but it's a real start. She's practically glowing with pride and excitement. My graphic design career is slowly progressing too. Picked up several freelance clients. I might actually be able to quit the moving company soon. Really? That's amazing. If I can get just 2 more steady retainer clients, the freelance income would be enough. That's genuinely amazing progress. We're both actively building careers we actually want and care about. Her parents invite us to a formal family dinner, just the 4 of us. Her dad makes a significant announcement. "Vadim, we're genuinely proud of how you've both built your own independent paths." Victoria smiles at me across the table. "Victoria, we want to give you your inheritance early." Wait, what is happening? Dad, you really don't have to do that. We want to. You've proven you can make mature, responsible decisions. She inherits enough money to literally never work another day in her life. Later that night, back at our apartment, she's freaking out. "This is so much money, I can't even process it. What are you going to do with it all?" "I don't know yet. Invest most of it, donate some to good causes. That seems responsible and mature. I want to start a nonprofit foundation for arts education in underserved communities." That's absolutely perfect for you. She starts seriously planning her foundation, completely energized and passionate. Meanwhile, I'm still moving furniture during the day and doing freelance design at night. The income gap between us is now absolutely astronomical. One night I completely break down emotionally. I can't compete with this at all. Compete with what? Your wealth, your opportunities, your inheritance. I'm still moving couches and you're starting a foundation. So what? Why does that matter? So it's genuinely emasculating. That's just your ego talking. Maybe it is my ego, but it's really hard being the poor boyfriend. You're not poor. You're building a career from scratch that takes real time. You inherited more money in 1 single day than I'll make in my entire lifetime. And that doesn't matter to me at all. So why does it matter so much to you? She's absolutely right, but it still bothers me deeply. I want to contribute equally to our relationship. You do contribute equally, just not financially. You support me emotionally. You keep me grounded in reality. You make me happy. That sounds like participation trophy logic. It's actual reality. Relationships aren't about matching bank account numbers. We work through the issue, but the insecurity still lingers in my mind. Finally quit the moving company after 2 years. Freelance design is paying enough to survive. How does it feel to be done? Scary, but really good. I'm so proud of you. My first really big client is a tech startup. They want a complete brand identity package. Work my ass off for 3 solid months on everything. The client absolutely loves the final result. Pays me $15,000. Most money I've ever made at once from a single project. Take Victoria to a genuinely nice fancy dinner. My treat for once. This place is really fancy. I can actually afford fancy now. I'm so incredibly proud of you. Feels genuinely good. to provide and pay for once, instead of always being provided for. 2 years into dating, her dad offers me an actual job. I have a position opening in our marketing department. I really appreciate the offer, but I'm building my freelance business. It pays $150,000 a year with full benefits. That's absolutely life-changing money. Can I think about it seriously? Of course. Take your time. Tell Victoria about the offer that night. What do you actually want to do? The money is absolutely insane. But I'd be working directly for your dad. That's really weird. He's offering because you're genuinely talented, not because you're dating me. Are you completely sure about that? He doesn't do favors for anyone. If you weren't qualified, he wouldn't offer. Decide to take the job. It's objectively the smart financial move. Working at her dad's firm is surreal. Everyone obviously knows I'm dating the boss's daughter. Some people are cool about it, others are weird and resentful. Must be really nice having connections. I got hired based purely on my portfolio. Sure, buddy, whatever you say. Prove myself over 6 months, working harder than literally everyone else. Her dad notices the effort. You're genuinely exceeding expectations. Thank you, sir. Stop calling me sir, you're family now. Family, that's really big. 3 years into dating, I finally propose. Nothing fancy or elaborate, just us at home one evening. Victoria, thought you genuinely changed my life in every possible way. You changed mine too. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me? Yes. Obviously, yes. The ring is modest by her family's standards, but she genuinely loves it. It's absolutely perfect. It's not as expensive as what you're used to. It's from you. That's what actually matters. Her parents are absolutely thrilled. Welcome to the family officially. My face when a simple furniture moving job turned into the love of my life and a marriage proposal. Be me. 5 years married to Victoria, life is honestly completely surreal when I actually stop and think about how this entire thing started. Went from moving her bedroom furniture around to building an entire shared life together. We're living in a really nice house now in a good neighborhood. Nothing crazy like her parents' old mansion, but definitely comfortable. I absolutely insisted on contributing to the down payment equally, even though she could have easily bought the entire thing outright with cash. We're equal partners. I genuinely want to actually own half of this house. You're being unnecessarily stubborn about this. I'm being fair and equitable about it. My design business has grown significantly over the years. Now I have 2 full-time employees and a steady roster of retainer clients. The Victoria's Nonprofit Foundation provides arts education to underprivileged kids in the city. She's running it full-time now. We're opening 2 brand new locations this year. That's absolutely incredible. I know, right? I genuinely can't believe how far it's come from the initial idea. Her parents are actively involved as major donors and board members. Her dad and I have become surprisingly close over the years. We golf together monthly. Never thought I'd be related to a Wellington by marriage. Never thought my daughter would marry a former furniture mover. Former furniture mover, I'm completely respectable now. You were always respectable. I was just too snobby and closed-minded to see it clearly. Genuine character development. One random Tuesday, Victoria comes home from the foundation office looking really stressed and tired when, what's wrong, bad day? We desperately need to hire a development director, and everyone we've interviewed so far has been absolutely terrible. What kind of person are you looking for specifically? Someone who understands fundraising and donor relations, but also genuinely cares about arts education, not just another soulless corporate drone. I might actually know someone perfect. Who? Remember my old roommate from the furniture moving days? The one who thought our entire relationship was hilarious? Yeah, him. He actually has significant experience in nonprofit development. He's currently working for some environmental organization. Is he actually good at the job? He's great at his job, and he'd fit perfectly with your organizational culture. She interviews him the next week, hires him on the spot immediately. You were absolutely right. He's perfect for this. Told you so. Having people from my old previous life mixing with our current life is weirdly satisfying and validating. 6 years into marriage, Victoria drops a significant bomb on me. I want to have kids soon. Oh, this is happening now. Like soon? Not immediately tomorrow, but we should start seriously thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. And what do you think? I want kids with you. I'm just genuinely scared. Scared of what specifically? Of completely screwing them up. Woes of not being a good enough dad. You'll be an absolutely amazing dad. How can you possibly know that? Because you're patient and thoughtful and kind, and you actually think about things instead of just reacting. We start actively trying for kids. Takes 8 long months. Victoria gets pregnant. We're both excited and completely terrified simultaneously. What if we're terrible parents? Then we'll be terrible parents together. That's not comforting at all. We'll figure it out as we go. That's what literally everyone does. Her mom is over the moon excited. I'm going to be a grandmother. Please don't be one of those overbearing, controlling grandmas. I make absolutely no promises. My parents are equally excited, but way more chill and laid back about it. A grandkid? That's really nice. Let us know if you need anything. That's it? That's your reaction? What else is there to say? You're having a baby. Congratulations, done. Pregnancy is absolutely wild. Victoria has literally every single symptom. I'm so nauseous, I can't function. Ginger tea is supposed to help? Nothing helps, I'm dying. You're not actually dying. I'm growing an entire human being. I'm allowed to be dramatic. Fair and valid point. 7 months into pregnancy, we're setting up the nursery together. I hired an interior designer. For a baby's room? Yes, I want it to be perfect. The baby literally won't care what it looks like. I care about it. The nursery ends up looking like something straight out of a design magazine. This is genuinely excessive. This is love and care. Our daughter is born 3 weeks early, a bit of a scare. 18 hours of intense labor. Victoria is an absolute warrior through it. I'm never doing this again, ever. You said you wanted 2 kids. I was clearly insane. 1 is enough. Hold our daughter for the first time. She's tiny and absolutely perfect. We made this tiny human. We did. That's completely insane. Completely and totally insane. Name her Sophie. Victoria wanted something classic and timeless. First few months are absolutely brutal and exhausting. No sleep at all, constant crying, endless diapers and feeding. How do people do this multiple times voluntarily? I have absolutely no idea. Victoria is really struggling with postpartum depression. I feel completely disconnected from everything. It's normal, apparently. Your hormones are adjusting. It doesn't feel normal. I feel like I'm failing. You're not failing at all. You're recovering from creating a human. Get her connected with a therapist who specializes in postpartum issues. Takes a few months, but she gradually gets better with treatment. Therapy is genuinely helping a lot. Good, you don't have to do this alone. Neither do you. Are you okay? Haven't really thought about my own mental state. I'm tired constantly, but happy overall. You've been absolutely amazing through all this. We're a team. That's what we do. Sophie is 6 months old, starting to develop a real personality. She's obsessed with lights and bright colors. She's definitely going to be artistic like you. Or she'll be analytical, like your dad. Please no, one of him is enough. Victoria's foundation is growing rapidly. She's back working part-time now. I miss working, but I also miss Sophie when I'm gone. That's parenthood, apparently. Constant guilt about everything. How do you handle it? I don't handle it. I just accept that I can't be perfect and try my best. That's surprisingly mature. Don't tell anyone, it'll ruin my carefully crafted image. My business is doing well enough that I can work from home significantly more. I want to be actually present for her childhood. Me too, that's important. We figure out a balanced schedule where we both work, but also both spend quality time with Sophie. Sophie's first birthday is an absolutely massive party. Victoria's mom goes completely overboard. This is a 1-year-old's birthday party, not a royal wedding. It's my first grandchild's birthday. I'm allowed to celebrate properly. There's a bounce house, a petting zoo. She's in a professional photographer taking candid shots. Sophie is overwhelmed and cranky the entire time. This is too much stimulation. I told you it was too much. Still, the photos turn out really cute. 2 years into parenting, Victoria brings up having another kid. I thought you said never again. I changed my mind. Sophie should have a sibling. Are you completely sure? Positive. I want our family to grow. Okay, let's do it then. Takes a full year this time, starting to worry. Something might be wrong. See a fertility specialist. Everything's completely fine. Just takes time sometimes. Finally get pregnant again. This time it's a boy. We're having a son. I don't know how to raise a boy at all. What? You literally are a boy. I was a boy. That was 30 years ago. You'll figure it out. Second pregnancy is significantly easier. Victoria knows what to expect now. I'm still nauseous, but at least I know it's temporary. Our son is born right on schedule. Much easier delivery. That was way better than last time. You were a champion both times. Name him Oliver. I wanted something strong and classic. Having 2 kids is exponentially harder than 1 ever was. Sophie is intensely jealous of the new baby constantly. She keeps trying to give him away. She offered him to the mailman yesterday. That's normal sibling rivalry, apparently. Normal doesn't make it less exhausting. Juggling 2 kids and 2 full careers is complete chaos. Victoria cuts back to 3 days a week at the foundation. I feel guilty about not being there full-time. You're raising 2 humans, that's more important. The foundation is my baby too, though. And it's in good hands. You hired great people. I'm working from home basically full-time now. Clients are understanding and flexible. Family comes first, we can adjust deadlines. Thank you, I appreciate that. Oliver's 6 months old, Sophie is 3. Life is chaotic but good. Victoria's dad has a serious health scare, heart problems. They're doing a bypass surgery next week. Is he going to be okay? The doctors are optimistic, but it's serious. The surgery goes well, recovery is long and slow. I've been thinking a lot about mortality. Dad, you're going to be fine. I know, but I want to make sure everything's in order. He updates his will, makes sure Victoria and I are set. I'm leaving the company to a management team. Neither of you want it. Thank you for understanding that. I spent years building something you didn't want. Daishu would be stupid to force it. Wisdom through heart surgery, apparently. Sophie starts preschool, major developmental milestone. My baby is growing up. She's literally 3 years old. I know, but it feels like yesterday she was born. Time is weird like that. Drop her off the first day, she doesn't even look back at us. She's so independent already. She gets that from you. I was never that confident as a kid. You are now, though. Oliver's turning into a little person, starting to walk and talk. Dada! Did you hear that? He said Dada first. I'm offended. Mama's harder to say. That's not scientifically accurate, but I'll accept it. We're in full parent mode now. Entire lives revolve around kids' schedules. Date nights are rare, but really important. We need to remember we're still a couple. Agreed. Let's actually plan something. Get Victoria's parents to babysit, go to a nice dinner. This is weird without kids. I know, it's too quiet. Way too quiet. Want to just go home and check on them? Desperately, yes. We're those parents now. Sophie is 5, Oliver is 2. Life has found a comfortable rhythm. My business is stable. Victoria's foundation is thriving. Kids are healthy. Sitting on the back porch one evening after kids are finally asleep. Remember when you hired me to move furniture? Of course, best decision I ever made. You paid me $500 just to hang out. Worth every single penny. I genuinely thought you were just a bored rich girl. I thought you were just a hot furniture mover? Hot. Very hot. Still hot? You're just saying that because I did the dishes. I'm saying it because it's actually true. Remember when your controlling ex showed up at the gallery? Trevor, that complete loser. Wonder what he's doing now. Probably still being a loser somewhere. Definitely. Reflecting on how far we've both come. Do you ever miss your old life? Which part? The freedom, the simplicity, before marriage and kids and responsibilities. Sometimes I miss sleeping in, but no, I don't miss my old life. Me neither, this is better. Chaos and all. Chaos and all. Sophie comes running out suddenly. I had a bad dream. Come here, baby. She climbs into Victoria's lap. What was it about? Monsters in my closet. There's no monsters. Daddy checked earlier. Check again. Go inside dramatically. Check the closet thoroughly. Sure, all clear. No monsters anywhere. You sure? Positive. I'm the monster expert. She giggles, goes back to bed. You're really good at this. At what? Being a dad. I'm making it up as I go. We both are. Oliver starts crying, tag team parenting. I'll get him. I'll handle Sophie if she comes back out. This is our life now, beautiful, organized chaos. 10 years after first moving Victoria's furniture, we're building a life we never imagined. She's sitting at the foundation's annual gala, giving a speech about arts education. None of this would be possible without the support of my family. She looks directly at me in the audience, especially my husband, who taught me that real value comes from doing work that genuinely matters. Everyone applauds. I'm trying not to cry. After the gala, we're in the car driving home. Dude, that was a great speech. Meant every word. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us. Us? Yeah, we built this life together. You built the foundation, but you built me up, supported me, pushed me to find what I actually wanted. That's what partners do. Not all partners do that. I got really lucky. We both got lucky. Get home. Babysitter says kids were absolute angels. They're perfect angels. We know better but appreciate the polite lie. Check on Sophie. She's asleep with art supplies everywhere. She's definitely your kid. Check on Oliver. He's asleep hugging a toy truck. He's definitely yours. How is a toy truck mine? You used to work moving furniture, close enough. Get ready for bed, exhausted but genuinely content. Tomorrow's Saturday. Soccer for Sophie. Playground for Oliver? Sounds absolutely perfect. We're living the suburban dream. Never thought I'd be here. Me neither. Thought I'd end up with some finance bro. Thank God you didn't. Thank God you moved my furniture that day. Best $500 you ever spent. Best $500 I ever spent. Fall asleep thinking about the entire journey. From furniture mover to husband to father to business owner. From isolated rich girl to foundation director to wife to mother. We grew up together, built a life together. Sophie comes into our room at 2 a.m. I can't sleep. Come here, sweetie. She climbs into bed between us. Oliver somehow appears 5 minutes later. Bad dream again. Really, yeah, monsters again. Now we're all in bed together, complete family pile. This is our life now. Wouldn't change it. Not even a little. Okay, maybe I'd change the 2 a.m. wake-ups. Fair enough. Weekend morning, kids are watching cartoons, making pancakes while Victoria makes coffee. I'm thinking about expanding the foundation internationally. That's really ambitious. I know, but why limit our impact to one area? You should absolutely do it. You think? Absolutely. You've proven you can run an organization, scale it up. She's already planning. I can see the wheels turning. I'll need to travel more. We'll figure it out. You're always so supportive. That's literally my job as your husband. It's more than that. You genuinely believe in me. Of course I do. Sophie runs in excitedly. Pancakes ready? Almost. Go get your brother. She leaves. Victoria hugs me. I love our life. Me too. Even the chaos? Especially the chaos. Breakfast is predictably messy. Oliver gets syrup absolutely everywhere. How does syrup get in his hair? I don't know. It defies physics. Sophie is telling us about her dream of becoming an artist. I want to paint like the people at Mama's Foundation. You can be anything you want. Can I be a pancake? Sure, why not? Victoria laughs. Logical progression, artist to pancake. After breakfast, we go to the local park. Watching our kids play, Victoria's holding my hand. I think they'll understand how lucky they are. Eventually, right now they just think this is normal. It is normal for them. We built that. We did? Another family shows up. Their dad is wearing a moving company uniform. Flash of recognition and memory. That was me 10 years ago. Working weekends to pay rent. Yeah, feel different now. Completely, I was just surviving then, now I'm living. Cheesy, but I'll allow it. The moving guy is watching his kid on the swings. He looks exhausted. Walk over to him. Hey man, which company? 2 guys in a truck. No shit, I used to work there. Yeah, when? Like 10 years ago. How'd you get out? Started freelancing design work on the side, built it up slowly, took a few years. Any advice? Yeah. If you have any skill or passion, start building it on the side now. Don't wait for the perfect time. Appreciate it, man. Walk back to Victoria. Making friends? Giving advice to my past self, basically. Full circle moment. Something like that. Drive home, kids fall asleep in the car seats. I carefully transfer them to beds without waking them. We're getting good at this. Only took 5 years. Remember when we had no idea what we were doing? We still don't. We just hide it better now. Sit on the couch together. Rare, quiet moment. Victoria? Yeah? I'm really glad you asked me to stay that day. Confused look. What? The first time I moved your furniture when you asked me to stay. Oh my God. I didn't actually lock any door. Wait, what? I just really desperately wanted you to keep talking to me. I was lonely and you were interesting and genuine. So the dramatic title was a lie? What title? Nothing. Inside joke with myself. You're weird. You married me. Best decision I ever made. Second best. First was hiring me to move furniture. True. Archer, that was the catalyst for everything. To everything good. To everything. Kids wake up from naps. Chaos immediately resumes. Dinner, bath time, bedtime stories, the usual routine. Finally quiet again at 9 p.m. Same time tomorrow? Yep. And the day after that. And the day after that. I'm okay with that. Me too. Get a text from my old roommate who now works at Victoria's Foundation. Thanks again for the job recommendation. Genuinely loving it here. Glad it worked out. Your wife is an amazing boss. Don't I know it? Victoria's planning the foundation's international expansion over her laptop. I think we can realistically launch in 3 countries next year. You're going to change so many lives. We're going to change lives. You're part of this too. I just moved furniture. You haven't moved furniture in years. Metaphorically, I'm still moving furniture, just different kind. That makes absolutely no sense. Nothing makes sense, and that's fine. She closes her laptop, looks at me. Do you ever think about how random this all was? All the time. If you hadn't taken that specific job, if I hadn't hired someone, if we hadn't talked, we'd be completely different people living completely different lives. Glad we're living this one? Me too. Years from now, we'll tell our kids how we actually met. Daddy used to move furniture for a living, and Mama hired him to move her bed. That's boring. The best stories usually are, but it's not boring to us at all. It's absolutely everything. My face when a random furniture moving job turned into a marriage, 2 kids, successful careers, and a life I never imagined was possible. That feeling when you realize sometimes the smallest decisions lead to the biggest changes, and you're just grateful you took that job.
Knocked on her door with my toolbox. Just another job, another day. She said, move this bed across the room. Paid me $500, asked me to stay. Every weekend she'd call me back. Said she had furniture to rearrange, but we both knew what was happening. Something neither of us could explain. From a mansion to my tiny apartment, from different worlds but the same heart. She saw past the job I was working. I saw past the money, found the art. 10 years later, 2 kids sleeping. Still can't believe where we are. A friend said I'd never be enough. Just a furniture guy, she's a Wellington. But she quit her dad's firm to find herself, and I built a life worth living on. Swimming in her pool that summer, talking till the sun came up. Scared to cross that line together, but sometimes fear leads to love. From moving beds to moving forward, from strangers to forever and wife. She hired me to move our furniture. I stayed and helped her move her life. Now we're raising kids together, grateful for that day. Best 500 she ever spent. Best job I ever went to. 10 years gone, still far